Hello friends. So till now we have done about the terrestrial habitat, and in that we have done desert. I have explained you all about desert, how cactus and uh, animals like camels survive in desert areas, right? Now we are going to talk about mountains. Now you see, firstly, the trees, the plants in the mountains, they grow only in the mountains, and you cannot find those trees or those plants in other areas. Why? Because those plants are habitual of the cold weather that is present in the mountains. Mountains are mostly, they have snow. Okay, mostly mountains are covered with snow in the winter seasons, right? So the temperature decreases to a much more extent than other areas, right? So the plants or the animals that survive, that have mountains as their habitats, they are adapted to live, to survive in extreme cold conditions, right? So firstly, how do trees survive it? You see, the trees in mountains, they have, this type of shape, cone shaped. Why is this? This is because when it starts drizzling, when rain pours or it snows, okay, if snow or rain water is collected on the leaves, it is not going to be any beneficial for the plants, okay. So the shape of the plant is conical, so that the rain droplets or the snow falls down, okay. It falls down because if the snow will fall on the leaves will harden, okay, and they cannot move, they cannot do the processes inside them, the metabolism will slow down, right? So the trees are conical, and the leaves are also needle like, so that water retention either from the rain droplets or from snow is minimum. Water retention, water should not be able to stay on the leaves, okay. Next is about the animals. Now you see, when we are talking about plants, so pines are the trees, or oak. These are the trees that are mostly found in mountain regions, that comprise of needle-like leaves, and the shape of the tree is conical for the minimum retention of water from the rain or snow. Okay. Now we are talking about animals. Now you see, animals have to be adapted to extreme cold conditions. What kind of animals do you find in snow or in mountains? You can find goat, you find yak, right? Now you see, yak is an animal which comprises of a lot of hair over its body. What is the purpose of those hairs? The hair, the purpose of hair is basically to protect the yak from cold condition, okay. It covers the body, gives the body heat, insulation, okay, so that the yak does not feel that much of cold, okay. When we're talking about goat has hooves on its foot, under the foot it has hooves, natural hooves, and that hooves are actually beneficial for the goat to climb the mountains, even if the mountains have like drizzling of water from the rain or snow, even if it's slippery and it's difficult for us humans to climb those mountains, goats can climb them. Why? Because of the hooves, okay. What kind of other animals do you think are present in snowy regions? Like, it can be polar bear also. How do you think polar bear survives? It comprises of a thick blubber. Blubber is thick layer of fat over the entire body of the polar bear. Again, to protect the animal, to protect the polar bear from the extreme cold conditions. Where is the polar bear found? It is basically found in extreme cold conditions on the top of the hills, where it snows maximum time of the year, okay. Most of the year is snowy, okay. Polar bear is always adapted to stay in snow. It cannot survive without snow. It needs very low temperature to survive because of the thick fat layer over the entire body that actually produces that actually makes the insulation inside the body. Okay, and so in this way it is adapted to stay in extreme cold conditions, right? Also, there is one more animal you can think of while you think of mountains, that is snow leopard. Snow leopard. Now, snow leopard again has a thick fur over the entire body that is again used to produce insulation, that produces heat, and so the snow leopard is also adapted to stay in the mountains in the extreme cold conditions. In this, the fur over the entire body is also covering the limbs, the toes. All of the body is actually covered with the fur in snow leopard, right? Now we are coming on to the next, that is grassland. What kind of animals do you think are present in the grassland? Here we are going to take an example of the predator and the prey. Okay. Now, when you talk about the grassland, there are many animals that come to your mind. Lion is a predator of the grassland and deer is the prey, right? Predator is that animal that eats, that is actually a carnivore, okay, that is eating other animals for its survival. Prey is that animal that is being eaten, okay, that is becoming the prey, that is becoming the shikar. Prey means shikar, okay. Now deer is the prey, that means the food chain. In the food chain, lion eats the deer, right? Now what are the characteristic features that both of these animals have that help them to do their own work, that helps the lion to go for the predator? Okay, it helps the lion to actually search for its prey, and that helps the prey to save their own selves, to save their lives. Yes, so you see, lion, if you have seen a lion, what color does a lion possess? It is actually the color of the lion is actually that kind of color that easily camouflages if you see in the forest or in the in the grasslands, right? The color of the lion camouflages with the ground, with the soil, okay, the base of the grassland of the forest. Okay, so first point of the lion will be it camouflages. Okay, secondly, after camouflaging, lion has both of his eyes at the front of the face, right? Now when both of the eyes are present at the front of the face, we also, humans also have both eyes at the front of the face. What is the purpose and what is the use of this? The main function of both eyes present at the front is that we can judge the distance between us and somebody else. We can easily judge that. So the lion has eyes at the front of the face to judge the distance between the lion and the prey, okay, it is searching for. So the eyes placement is helpful to the lion for searching the prey. Then after now these are the main points that the lion is actually adapted to. Also the teeth of the lion are actually more of the teeth like that, they are very sharp so that they can eat the flesh of the other animals, because they are going to eat everything raw. You are not going to cook it for them, right? So lions have strong and sharp teeth, right, to eat other animals. Okay, now talking about deer. Now you see, deer is actually the prey. What is the purpose of deer's body? Firstly, deer has to protect itself. Okay, so for protecting itself, it has to know what kind of animals are around the deer, right? Around in the surroundings, right? So first point for deer is they have very strong ears. They can listen the movements, they can hear the movements from far away. Okay, so they have strong hearing power. Okay, next is it has eyes. Now, like lion has eyes at the front of the face, both of the eyes, deer has eyes on both sides. The deer has a very slim face and both of the eyes are present, one on right side and the other on left side. What is the purpose of this? Deer has to protect itself from other animals, so again, to have a watch of all around their own cells, they have eyes on both sides of the face so that they can have a wider view. Okay, now if you are having both your eyes at the front, you are just having this view, okay, this much of view. But if you are having eyes one on this side and one on this side, you are going to have a wider view, right? You are going to at least see all of the 180-degree that is in front of you. Okay, so deer has eyes on both of the sides to have wide view from eyes. Okay, then next point is, now it has a strong hearing, it has a wide view. Now what is the dietary habit of the deer? Deer actually eats raw plants. Okay, so it has to have those strong teeth so that it can chew very hard and sticky and chewy stems, right, and the chewy leaves, because in grassland or in the forest they are not going to find all the favorable leaves there that are soft, right? So it has strong teeth and that can help the deer to actually chew and cut the stems, the branches, the leaves of the plants. Okay, so it has strong teeth that help the deer for its herbivore herbivore dietary conditions, because it only survives on eating plants, right? So with this we are done with the terrestrial habitat. Now we are going to start with the aquatic habitat. For that, stay tuned and subscribe for more.